when the problem involves the allocation of n different facilities to n different tasks, it is often termed as assignment of the problem. The next and the most important, I think, the widely used in health policy analysis, health policy modeling is the Markov process or Markov chain theory. So there is largely referred to as Monte Carlo and Markov chain methodologies, a group of mathematical modeling process which is widely used in statistical analysis and also in health metrics and health policy analysis. Markov chain theory is one of the mathematical tools used to investigate the dynamic behaviors of system, workforce, financial system, health services system, health systems implementation in a special type of discrete stochastic process in which the time evolution of the system is described by a set of random variables. And the Markov process is used in situations where various states are defined and the system moves from one state to another on a probability basis. Each of the states is an estimated probability of how the program will work. The probability of going from one state to another state is known. This theory helps in calculating long-run probability of being in a particular state. In fact, I had 2-3 slides on technical the mathematical modeling of Markov chain process, but I dropped those slides eventually because that's going actual those who are really working on Markov chain process, they need to understand more of that, and I thought I will not spend time on those mathematical models of the Markov process. But there is huge amount of literature. There is a huge, this is a very well-known branch of modeling which is used in, as I said, in health policy analysis or other social policy analysis. What in general, what operation research methods, what they serve, what are the utilities of operation research in areas of policies, in different areas of policy. These are a group of methods which are widely used in policy analysis, and policy analysis, many of them specialize in many branches of methodologies, but operation research and management science methods is one of the branch of the methods. So the operation research, they aim to arrive at optimal or near optimal solutions to complex decision-making problems. So the policy decisions, policy making or policy problems are not very simple always. They are very complex. Involves a lot of analysis and final decision making with a number of stakeholders, as we discussed in earlier lectures. There are at least, I think there are a number of areas where operation research can be applied as methods of policy analysis, but there are at least 5 areas where operation research can be applied as analytical tools in public policy. Number one is management, even public management of organization and management that deal with public policy problems, but also organizational management. Operation research methodologies can be used to decide about how to implement organizational policy and largely other regulatory impact policies. Then next is government policy making that addresses many aspects of government administration or program implementation. Next, most important way that operation research methods can be used in policy analysis, industry regulations, the policy relating to industry regulation or climate action, etc. And the fourth area of policy analysis where operation research methods can be used is public resource management, how to efficiently use public research resources, maximally use public resource, avoid wastages, etc. This is operation research can be, the models can be adopted to effectively plan for implementing public resource management in public services and public resource management. And the last is government provide many services. Without government services, everyone needs services, social amenities, civil services, and social services, and other common amenities, etc. All of that requires some policy decision making and policy analysis. Operation research methods could be a very important tool of analysis for making effective decisions in policy implementation. So these are, I mean, there's a lot about to discuss about operation research methods, the role and their importance of, in policy analysis. More details could be discussed, but I think these are the essence of the substantive essence of operation research methods that can be applied in policy analysis. So then we move on to the next methods of policy analysis. This refers to program evaluation and technique review technique, that is PERT, and critical path method. Why I group them? Because they are complementary to each other. There are of course some differences, but they are complementary to each other. So the PERT is a project management technique generally adopted in management policies, where by planning, scheduling, organizing, coordinating, and controlling uncertain activities are done. PERT focuses on events and milestones, and the PERT chart emphasizes this may be making those the notes in the wireframe. PERT is a very popular in research and development projects, even in research and not only in management policy decisions, but also in research and development projects, because mostly all organizations, so they also devote a lot of budget and time in research and development. Which is essential for innovations, technology adoption, etc. So PERT is a useful model or technique that can be adopted in such a context. Then the critical path method, if you look at the definition, is a statistical method or technique of project management in which planning, scheduling, organizing, coordination, and control of well-defined activities can take place. CPM actually emphasizes the task. It is a task-based approach, work activities more than the events and milestones. And for these reasons, CPM network diagram places tasks in nodes. CPM is also very useful for separating critical from non-critical activities. So that is the essence of the CPM model itself. The civil engineering world is the world where CPM is most widely used. However, both PERT and CPM are complementary tools because the CPM employs one-time estimation and one-time cost estimation for each activities, whereas PERT may utilize three-time estimates, for example, optimistic, expected, and pessimistic outcomes, and no cost for each activity, etc. So different outcomes-based estimates are possible in PERT. Although these are distinct differences, the term PERT is applied increasingly to all critical path scheduling. The additional aspects of both PERT and CPM are the program and PERT commonly used in conjunction with critical path models. Both, I think that it was in 1950s, they were both models were founded and launched. PERT is very useful in analyzing, particularly as I said, tasks involving completing a given project, if you're a management project or a policy project, especially the time needed to complete each task and to identify the minimum time needed to complete the total project. PERT actually incorporates uncertainty by making it possible to schedule a project while not knowing precisely the details and duration of all the activities. It is more of an event-oriented technique rather than start and completion-oriented, and is used more in these projects where time is a major factor rather than cost. PERT is applied on a very large scale, one-time, complex, non-routine infrastructure and on research and development projects. And so the essence, if you look at the PERT and critical path method, the essence is they have wide application in research and development projects, which means that they all contribute, they could contribute a lot towards the innovations in technologies, adoption of modern technologies. So this is a chart that compares the PERT and CPM techniques. what are the similarities and what are the differences between PERT and CPM models. In terms of comparison, different components, if you take, for example, project management objective, PERT deals with time, scheduling, and deadlines, whereas CPM deals with time cost trade-offs. The second component, project orientation, the PERT deals with events, and CPM actually deals with the activities, that is tasks. Both PERT and CPM chart, in PERT, it talks about milestones as nodes, lines as tasks, whereas CPM talks about tasks as nodes, lines as sequences, and dependencies. In terms of critical activities, the PERT places no emphasis, whereas CPM places a lot of emphasis on this, that is distinguishes critical from non-critical activities. The next component, project model, PERT deals with probabilistic model, and CPM deals with the deterministic model. The component on time estimates, PERT deals with 3-time estimates and CPM deals with 1-time estimates. In terms of predictability, PERT is best for unpredictable nature of modeling, whereas CPM better for predictable activities. In terms of the component of project repetition, PERT is better for non-repetitive projects, whereas CPM is best for repetitive projects. In terms of crashing concept, PERT has no stage of crashing, whereas CPM has a component of crashing. In the last main uses, PERT is used in research and development project, and CPM is used in construction project, largely civil construction projects. So then we move on to the next methodological approach in policy analysis. This is regarded as known as analytics-based decision making. Today, this is the most important area of policy analysis widely used, what is also known as the big data analytics or big data approach in policy decisions. This is more widely used in big organizations, in management, and but increasingly in also public policy analysis. Analytic-based decision making is a group of research methods that consist of classical analytics and more recently big data analytics. Big data analytics emerged recently in the last 2 decades, whereas classical analytics, there was a branch of classical analytics for the last many decades. Both deal with the design and methodology in terms of approach. So the use of big data, they tend to add value for business policies. Throughout the entire value of chain, the integration of big data analytics, BDA, to the decision-making process today remains a major force in policy research. Big data analytics, the analysts propose a set of generally 6 steps process for decision making in service system and analytics. But BDA provides future research agenda and a guide for industry practitioners in service systems and analytics. BDA analytical practitioners today have a vast array of analytical capabilities, a lot of methodological capabilities and techniques at their disposal. Today, you have specialists, your branch of discipline has grown phenomenally, the big data analytics branch of discipline, data analytics. Everyone tries to learn it,